I'm Devin Salanda, and here's my video. I have two categories I'm going to talk about with questions in each one. The first one being race, and the second being gay rights, which I believe are very closely related, and why there's problems in these areas that we covered in class. And I will start with race. So, race, my first question is, will the N word ever go away? And if we stay addicted to this word, I don't think it'll ever go away. When even blacks use it to blacks, they think it's okay. They get so used to saying it, it gets brought up around white people or other colored people, so then we could think it's okay too, and that's a very big problem because I don't think that word is okay, and I don't think many people do, including African American people, say like in sports or celebrities, and even like more respected people obviously don't think it's okay either. So I say, so is it okay for them to use it? Repetition only makes you think of the word more, and obviously you'd say it more. This word's a huge problem in our country, and especially at this time in being in professional sports. All over the news and all over sports channels, a Miami football player left the team for many reasons. He was half white, half black, and he was a younger player, and one of the older linemen would call him the N word and just treat him like a bad person, and he thought he was doing this just to scare him a little bit and like haze him, but obviously it's a way bigger problem than that because just by saying that word is a very big deal to them or to anybody. So following this, is it okay for whites to use it? Um, People think if they use it as an African Americans that we can, and I think it's a very popular question. I have many friends who are black, and one of them is really close to me. I've known him since I was about 12. We played football together, and never once was he okay with me using the N word. But of course, he could say it all the time, even when he's talking to me, but he just thinks it's okay because a lot of African Americans think it's very okay for them to say it to themselves, but the second a white person says it, like even if we get comfortable because they always say it, it's always a very big deal, which I do truly think it is. Um, like I said, black people really do take very much offense to this word, and I think they have every right to, but they should themselves try to not say it either. And my question is, if they stopped using it, would other races stop using it? I mean, we hear this word very often in TV, from celebrities, and mostly for me in rap music. And going off my first question, I believe if black people stopped using it so much, I think white people would too, and this would help the discrimination in our country. Is there still discrimination? We all know there still is, but personally, around kids my age, I barely see anything besides the N word being used. There's no such thing as like the black kid doesn't get picked or the Mexican kid doesn't get picked to play basketball or nothing like that. I've made new friends in college that are black. I have older friends that are black, kids from high school, whatever. I believe our one thing I don't like is that the way older people, like even my grandfather, for example, how they talk about African Americans, the time when he came, when he was growing up, there was a tons of discrimination, and he still acts that way to this day. And I believe our country's past is so bad between whites and blacks that there's going to be never ending discrimination against African Americans, and even the flip side, African Americans to whites. I think if some students are really close with their family or grandparents or role model, whoever, and say if they are not racist but have strong views because that's what they grew up in, that you're gonna get used to hearing these things. Just like if you listen to music all the time, you're gonna take back things that the music says. So I think this may rub off on grandkids or rub off on other people, and then so on, so on, so on, and then everybody. I don't think it's gonna change that much anytime soon. My next topic is gay rights. Um, my question is, will it be okay? And obviously, it's just got passed in Illinois not too long ago, and it's obviously starting to be legally more okay. But personally, and like with the people, I don't think it's okay. Just like, say, some people are always against like speeding and or whatever about traffic violations. Well, that's legally okay, but people don't accept it and get really upset about it. My question is, but what do the people think? Now, my video, my questions, I'm not really going after facts. I'm going off of what I see around me, because I feel like in this class, if you really do pay attention of around you, you get a really easier concept of the concepts we cover in class. And I think it's the most relevant information in my mind to better understand these topics. And from what I see, gay rights are very favored by girls, not by guys. Aside from the few of the classmates that got activity points for talking in class and expressed how they accepted or whatever they had said in class, I really only heard positive feedback about this being passed in Illinois by girls. I mean, it's bad to say, but most of my male friends and like male peers are not very happy when they found out it got passed. Like, of course, everybody knows if people, oh, you even say, oh, gay rights got passed, well, that's gay and fags and all discriminatory terms towards that. But I just think that's our society today. And that's what causes this feeling in guys. Is I personally believe it's music, television, and your peers that make you go against gay rights or go against African Americans or go against anything, because people are so afraid to admit their true feelings that now everybody keeps it in and tries to act like people they're not. I mean, although TV does have like commercials and shows where gays are being portrayed as being together or a family, I think music is by far one of the worst things. I'm really only familiar with rap music. I'm a really big follower in the hip hop rap industry. And aside from Macklemore's song Same Love, almost every other rapper in the industry can be quoted saying faggot, gay, or bitch, and um, being against gays, and even like some of them dress, some of the rappers you'd probably say, oh, he dresses like he could be a gay person or something, but if you ask him that, like this one rapper ASAP Rocky, he would be like, oh, I'm not no faggot, I just like the way this looks or something. And I think a lot of kids, even now the younger age kids, like listening to rap music, this is gonna rub off on them, and they're gonna get these views that it's okay to say gay or faggot, and it really, really is not. And it's just like saying like stop the R word. Like these words aren't okay to say. Like Eminem just dropped a new album, and then in the song Rap God, he says faggot like and bitch like almost 10 times in a matter of like 10 seconds, and he's been getting a lot of scrutiny for that one line. And would I still listen to this music? And like, yeah, of course I would, because I'm a strong enough person to know that this stuff isn't right. And a lot of these guys are just rapping just to rap. Some of the stuff may rhyme with what they're doing. Like a lot of them obviously probably don't mean it. Or even my friends, when they make fun of anything, gay rights, whatever it is, I'm not going to listen, because everybody's always afraid to say their true feelings, and I'm strong enough a person to believe in what I believe in. And my last question is, what will change the way guys view gay marriage? And I obviously think celebrities have a big influence, and so do your friends. I believe if the industry promoted gay rights instead of rapping or using jokes going against it, like more like Macklemore. I mean, if Kanye West wore a shirt with a rainbow on it and said, I support gay rights, for one, either him or whoever designed that shirt would make him over $1 million. And I can guarantee you there'd be so many more followers and an uprising if just a couple rappers or a couple celebrities, even like a t-shirt or a slogan, or like Macklemore did, a rap song being for it and expressing your rights, it'd make a very big difference with gay rights or discrimination with African Americans or anything that we've talked about in this class. But if guys' friends would be more acceptive and not so quickly to judge with anything, all these questions I said would be answered, and I think our society would be a lot better.